means targeted information, right? Where it's like, you know the strengths.
I'll put up this hero just walking at you like you mentioned.
Wow.
It's not much you could do about that. Maybe build the Stratus ultimate. They were building it so quickly, but at that second phase, once that Wolverine's walking at you, it's going to be tough. And right now, I mean, no.
You are using that dive with Wolverine. You actually, you know, it is an LOS where you can grab people that are in front of you, but if you are just in proximity within melee range, you know, if you're very close in a circle around, even if you are, you know,
Luna Snow.
Let us begin once more, and up in the sky we go. Does the Meteor M land? Crystals get popped, and nobody goes down. And here comes Star-Lord with the Galactic Legend up in the sky, but it is going to be matched here by the dance floor. Fate of both worlds, keeping the team healthy. Everybody enjoying the music. Wolverine trying to make a tackle. Swag! Hold it for long. Out immediately. We see Crystals pop for the side of 30 as they're still maintaining that position. Madara going to own this space now, shoving them backwards. They're not able to hold around that corner, which is very defensible. And that is tough. The momentum here for Darzero is palpable. Tackle again. Try to be followed up by Intent, and we do see the final judgment. Does this get some value? A pick there on the Carp, and that is a strategist down. Smash Intent now on a Rhyme. There goes that strangling, and it is huge. Impunity with the 3. Should I see 4? Wow. What a strangling prison there. Followed up on the heels of Smash with a wild tackle. You've got to be kidding me. These feral leaps here from Smash have been invaluable, and at this
90% success rate or something like that. Like this has been
in this moment.
You know, we got the triple strat on the defense, right? Ultron got banned earlier, and now we're going to see the Atom instead.
Value into the triple comp, and that's one of those meta changes. They you know, coming up out of nowhere just due to the fact that triple has taken space in the meta.
Really moved.
And this, I mean, you got to look at Intent's alt charge already, folks. I mean, that is, I truly do believe we'll see a lot more Warlock in the meta, especially with this composition. Already ready for ultimate is going to fall there, but likely has res and ready for alt after the fact. So team's going to elect this. This is a crazy rendition of the triple composition. And Rhyme trying to find the pick early, walling off the front line. Good decision, but is the res still up? We'll find out shortly. Swag, it is, but it's actually by Rocket as Skier's going to bring back Madara. Havoc finds Intent. They're walking him down now, and this is what you need for wildcards to get some momentum while still being patient with those ultimates. Out goes the dance. Here is nuts, and here comes the portal through for the second, but not sure there will be a third as the portal's just a little bit delayed, but we will see as this progresses. Great strangling prison trying to wall off the back line. Havoc gonna collapse off it. Swag, Havoc and Rhyme with an insane combo play as Havoc still is holding on to that Sonic Seduction. Good patience there.
Yeah, good patience indeed. And Darzero now back to the spawn wildcards. You know, they also got rid of the portal because they had to retake there, and, you know, the staggers come.
The sticks on the controller. Nice pick by Intent now onto Havoc. Still maintaining this defense, a very defensible position. We will likely see them try to hold this for a few fights at least with 2 minutes on for the second point.
Yeah.
Strategist line in the back. Good focus in that moment. That was dicey. Well played again by Velocity here and Skier, who are making sure Smash can play hyper aggro and try to find another pick. Walking back, the whole team going to reset as a unit. We have that final judgment ready here for Darzero, who are up 2 ultimates, or very close. Excuse me, 1 ultimate now.
Coming fight at the very least. It's 70% building. But Darzero do have Smash, and that man's got last stand yet again. So they have to play split, right? Make sure they can poke out Smash, at least get that passive out early. That's the play for wildcards to keep moving forward, because you have 4 seconds left to go in overtime. If you find an early pick, you can force the overtime spawns, which is 14 seconds, and that could be huge for them in this last phase. But oh man, no, the stun and shut down under Rhyme.
Yeah, that is tough here. Gonna hold on here and take home map 1.
2, 3.
And so it would be weird if a team like Darzero was already in the lower brackets this early on.
Now with 75 on the ticker. Can they hold this 100-0? Madara with a nice pick there, trying to even the odds a bit. The res will be coming virtually at the same time, as they almost got knocked at the same time. Skier and Swag. Darzero, I would say alt advantage, but no, very close. If not, actually, yeah, they'll have 1 alt advantage here in the next fight, as Swag is about at 50%. Commit too much. So well done by Impunity, who's going to go right back towards the strategist. Animation cancel those melees like crazy. Down they both go as Intent follows up, and that is the power of Cap. A ton of initiation. It's all about the follow-up, and they do follow up. Psylocke out there as well as Human Torch, both of which can be terrifying in their own right, but together are a force to be reckoned with. As they're at a roughly 43%. Smash with a 3-piece. Intent gonna find 1, and that is gonna force them back to the spawn door. Will the stagger happen? Oh my goodness, so close to the pick there onto Rhyme, but no, does not happen as they reset once more. But Darzero heavily up in alt. it as with a little more time as Swag. Gonna drop Smash now, and Wild is now up, but Psyche Light Intent gonna be taking out Carp. Madara onto Havoc. Intent falls now, but Impunity gonna take out 30. Swag also falls to Skier, who gets a two-piece there on Invis. Beautiful play here by Skier.
Yeah, and this will gimped, unfortunately, because you don't have that team up, and instead of relying on that, they're also giving value into Impunity, right? Going for those dives on Captain America, also the constant shield from Madara to keep their backline safe. So they're going for this sort of mishmash of compositions, at least to enable Psylocke in other means like dives. So I kind of like the idea behind it. And for Wildcard, eventually Aiden's going to go down. So with points on the board, you're coming in trying to flip it. You've lost too many people at this point. It's just two strats and a Vanguard at this point. Stagger is going to eventually come through. Maybe you can build up strat with ultimates, but it feels like every time they find a pick, it's not enough, and they've swapped over to Captain America for Raimai, and Havoc's now going over to the Magneto. So they're trying to mirror at least to match out the side of Darzero. Torque's able to find Madara before the Invis boundary can save it.
Yeah, that was some good work there by Wildcards. A millisecond away from staying healthy there. So nice pick again, up a couple numbers, but can they win this fight with all? So it looks like Darzero still being more patient with these ultimates, still maintaining with Impunity here. Smash ready to use the dance of the butterfly as well. And down.
Goodbye.
That was a huge dive. Madara, though, going to clean that up. Mid-all, that is some serious value. Maybe worth the trade, but you do lose Intent and Eden. So both the torches out at this moment. Darzero going to try to retake 38% for Wildcards. Darzero does have ult advantage. It's all about this fight now. Now is the time to take it, and a ton goes out as Smash finds one. They see Impunity now on a third.
But for Wildcards' side, I mean, we saw a lot of mechanical